Okay. Hey, Chris.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, bear with me just a minute.
What's up, Chris?
Hang on, sir.
Let me turn this in. Maybe a seller. Hold on here, guys.
Yeah, be patient with us, Chris. Both of us have had calls just nonstop.
Well, I'm glad y'all have had calls nonstop
Been
because
a
I
crazy
spend
day.
most of my time chasing people.
Uh-oh. Hang on.
Take your time. I'm done working.
I've got somebody wanting to go look at a house.
Yeah, I apologize. I just hopped on a coaching call. I do education as well for real estate investors and stuff. So I just hopped on a Zoom. Which is this is perfect timing. So walk me through. Let's kind of start from scratch. What is it that you've got going on?
So basically, I took David Randolph's program. It was super expensive, and I thought it was going to be, one of those things where like it was either going to be awesome or terrible. Turned out to be really awesome. I got the first short sale for uh, basically 125,000, worth 425, but it was in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
So I got a private money lender to come in, and then a DSCR lender, and I have about 300,000 in equity.
Okay.
So I'm basically just trying to avoid the 50% state and federal tax because in California, we have, between the two of them, like a pretty much 50%.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever thought about moving out of California into someplace that's part of the United States?
man, I probably will sometime this time next year be back on my living half the year in everywhere else but America in general.
Yeah.
For a very long time, I lived out of a suitcase for the better part of a decade. And
That's kind of what I'm doing right now, actually. But it's all good. So I think the most important thing really that you need to do is text David Randolph and tell him that you got to talk to the king of lease options.
yeah, you guys are
Dude, dude, everybody knows everybody in this space. Come on now.
Really?
Yeah, no, actually, David's the guy I refer to. So I don't do short sales. David's the guy I refer people to for short sales.
Really?
Yeah, so he's
no, this program works. I got the one-on-one mentorship, and I have about 35 of them. I just absolutely went crazy and took on a truckload of them. Keeping them in court and delaying the foreclosures is like super easy for me.
oh, okay.
So like California is pretty difficult once the notice of trustee sale starts, but between my real estate license and being able to get, the different reasons in which they need to stop it for all kinds of reasons, we've been able to kind of salvage them, even though they were basically injured from foreclosure. The issue is really just the appraisals. And once we get the appraisal kind of based in reality instead of based in La La Land, it works out pretty well.
Well, so there's a couple of things there, and it's Jeffrey, right?
Yep.
Okay. So a couple of things there. So you get the short sale, you do get the house ready, whatever. And so it's a matter of, okay, what are you gonna do with it? What's the exit? But you're trying to avoid try to avoid the taxes. So you can do a lease option on it, but all that really does is which is great. That's fine. We do that all day, every day. But as far as the lease options, but uh when we do a lease option, we structure it for 1 year, just because our sellers want to be cashed out, our buyers want to own the house, and there you go. So you could do a longer term lease option, right? And that way you're owning that, but they go to exercise their option, there's capital gains, right? So
Yeah.
so what I might recommend is that you consider doing seller financing on them. Because
The only problem, I guess, I mean, I understand like, the delta on the deal makes it pencil out, but the real trouble is that some of these I don't even want, right? They're 2-bedroom townhouses. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking like if I can exit them and 10 one out of them, my main question I guess really was strictly how many people do you know who've done this, have gotten audited and been, harassed over dealer status? That's really the actual question.
So I've done this for 23 years. I've never heard of anybody getting audited and getting their hand slapped for dealer status. But that's I've never. I mean, you hear that online, but I've never people talking about dealer and dealer status. I've never ever heard of anybody that actually got slammed with it. I've never.
Went through the tax law, I couldn't find a single, timeline on 1031s. They seem to be, as long as, you had a legitimate lease, then you were rolling from a rental into something else, it was fine.
Yeah, and with 1031, it's like properties. And I'm not the 1031 expert, but a 1031 it's like property. So you could literally take, as an example, you put this into a 1031, they can't show you put it into a 1031. You can literally invest in like oil and gas if you wanted to, because that's considered real estate, because it's they're drilling in the land. So you can literally invest in an apartment and RV resort in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri. I just say it because I'm here at my friend's RV resort. You can invest in anything, oil and gas even.
Yeah. But that's kind of where I'm at. Is I have so many of these short sales. It's kind of like I just, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, pick whichever one I feel like. Because I have so many of them at this point. I'm just trying to kind of keep playing Ponzi. I would say, Ponzi's probably a wrong word, but taking one and rotating it into another one until we get the asset I want to keep.
No, that's totally fine. That's totally normal. Yeah. What I might. So if you want to do 1031, or put the proceeds into 1031, then you could do a lease option on them, because they're going to be ideally cashing out within that time frame, right? Say 12 months or whatever that is. If you want to just make more money on them, seller finance them. You could, if you wanted to, you could sell the notes. Put that into a 1031. So definitely some options there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got properties like a townhouse, so if someone comes to me with a townhouse, I kind of cringe just because they're not the perfect scenario for a lease option. Because the avatar of our buyer is a family. That's who we target, right? Whereas a townhouse is like a condo is typically going to be just a couple with no kids or a single person, right? And so it's just not as attractive. Then you got the HOA fees as well that can be a factor, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So like if someone comes to me with a condo, I just say, well, it sucks to be you, and I just don't do condos. It's not worth my time. But you could totally do a lease option on them, all day, every day. It's just a matter of on something like a townhouse. It's going to take a little bit longer to find that specific buyer because now you're talking about a much smaller pool of buyers.
Yep, definitely. Yep. Yeah. The only reason I even got involved in this because I could get it for like 30% of the cost or something.
Right.
So it was a pretty good. I think I put 35 into it, bought it for 117.
Yeah.
And I'll probably sell it for 300.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah. And so something you could do as well is, if you wanted to, is you could put them on the MLS while you're marketing at the same time as a lease option, or if you want to seller finance. So you can have more than one pole in the water at the same time when you're marketing it,
You roll those as 1031s in that scenario, or?
So yeah, you can, because the 1030 on the lease option, 1031 doesn't come into play until they exercise their option.
No, I meant if you were just buying it and reselling it.
Yeah,
that would be a bit.
Yeah, you sell it, and then you can put those funds in a 1031, set up a 1031, and now you can move those funds into, again, whatever you want to. That's like what they call like property.
Okay.
Yeah, which means you could then buy another property if another short sale if you wanted to, whatever, but you're just moving those because it's like property.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm trying to go is all short sales because at the moment I have, two of them, three of them closing next month, and probably, for the foreseeable future, 2 or 3 a month.
Yeah. And are all these in California?
This one is in Dallas.
Oh.
This particular townhouse is in Dallas. I put together a flip in like 2 weeks. But I grew up in Houston. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Dallas. I'll be able to get the guys in there and done. It's going to be a different story than California.
Yeah.
I got one here for about 15% of the value. Because I basically did like a lot of foundation investigation.
Uh-huh.
But with the foundation, the worst case scenario on the bid's like 150, and the actual cost is like 12. So like, if I fixed the whole thing and made it perfect, yeah, it'd be 150. But when we filed the insurance claim against FHA, I got one that was in like a 55 plus community. It was a 2-bedroom, pretty nice house built in 2000.
Uh-huh.
Sold for like 170 new, and I bought it for 67.5. And it's just gonna need carpet paint and a little bit of fascia, and then it's got that foundation issue in the corner, so I got to put a 6.0 door in it. And maybe put 5 or 10,000 into piers or some polyfoam, and I'll be into it for maybe 30.
Yeah.
So I got it for like under 100. It's worth 4. So yeah,
That property in Dallas, you don't happen to know the address off the top of your head, do you?
Yeah, dude. I've been dealing with it nonstop for 2 weeks. 12719 Burning Log. One word.
Burning Log. Oh, there it is. Burning Log Lane.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think I pissed off the neighbor at 13,000 and some change, because they went on the market at like 365 or something and couldn't sell it because mine was at 80. Like we list them at the price we want to buy them, and so it pisses off the neighborhood for sure. All the agents are talking shit. Everyone wants to buy it, but it's pending, and there's a lot of confusion in the market for sure.
Yeah, so let's see your 1974 HOA. See, yeah, so like this one, this may not be accurate, but it's showing HOA is $385 a month.
Yeah.
And that's where you get into again with townhouses. You can lease. I've certainly lease option plenty of townhouses over the many years I've done this, but it takes longer to move a townhouse on a lease option. Yep. Just because it's not your avatar buyer. Plus, when you figure in the HOA fees, in this case, say 385, well, you sell that for say 200,000 or whatever. Their payments are going to be say 1,600 a month. I'm just kind of throwing out numbers here. Plus the HOA, when they're over 2,000 a month for the townhouse, it just and plus on the marketing side, it makes it more difficult because. Just like this house, this townhouse, you try to take a picture of the front. Well, it's a picture of a mailbox and a gate, right? But what are you going to do? So it doesn't look sexy online, right? You're very limited on what you can do as far as signage. Sometimes, if you try to drive traffic down there, so it just becomes challenging. Again, I'm not saying you can't do it. It just becomes it can be challenging because of the numbers, the HOA, the avatar of the buyer that you're looking for, and all that.
But in these courses that you're teaching, do you have like a full marketing side for the wraps and the lease options and all those things that I could is that part of the program?
Yeah. So with the program, we've got. We focus on lease options. But we're doing about 20% seller finance right now, which most of those are going to be wraps, which that has nothing to do with really the marketing so much as, but we've got the marketing for the sellers and we've got the marketing for the buyers, and marketing to the buyers doesn't change much at all on the property unless it's in a heavy Hispanic area. Then our signs are in Spanish. That's about the only difference, to be honest with you. But
you put these just like on random sites and
so
just spray everywhere, or do you go on the MLS?
So we'll market them on our website, which is Leasing to Buy, which gets a tremendous amount of traffic, because it's been around for so long. But also we'll use social media as well, and not only our page, but also very specific Facebook groups that we're part of. And so we'll blast them in there as well. One of the things that we do, Jeffrey, that probably gets more buyers than anything is our signs in the yard, which is our Leasing to Buy sign. It's professional, these aren't some, ugly handwritten signs. These are, nice looking, has our logo on there and all that. And then we have directional signs where we drive traffic to the house. We get a lot of our buyers from that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so we focus on the lease option side where we're doing a lot of assignments, lease option assignments, seller finance. So you can almost think of us as a marketing company, if you will. It's just that we're marketing real estate, we're marketing the lease option and the seller finance.
I see. You guys are, plus you're taking on other people's and finding them buyers.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what we do is so myself and my students we do our marketing for the sellers that are that need another exit strategy, another marketing avenue. And then package up the lease option or the seller finance, and we market that.
So when you say assignment, are you selling those to other people on
Yeah.
top of that, or just do the marketing side?
So in the lease options, we get paid an assignment fee. So some people call it wholesaling lease options. I don't call it that because nothing's at a discount, right? The seller's getting full price. The buyer's paying full price. We get paid the option fee. We're getting paid what they're putting down, so which is about 5%.
Oh, you're doing like a swap. You're kind of like
It was
going to get.
so I forgot who came up with the acronym SLOT, but that's a sandwich lease option. So we don't do sandwich lease options in Texas because of specifics in the law. But
Okay.
so once we assign our contract, we're out of the deal.
I think a lady named Wendy Patton.
Oh, Wendy Patton.
was,
Yep.
Maybe the one.
Yeah.
I'm a nerd. I read a lot. I don't practice this too much. I kind of retired in 2016, so I'm just getting kind of back into this again.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, but yes, we like if you brought us a house, then we put the numbers together for you, depending if you want lease option or seller finance or both. We can market both on a property, and then package up the numbers, make sure those numbers work for you. Then we go to work marketing that property in those terms through our channels, and then we take care of all the paperwork and all that. We get paid off what the buyer's putting down. Then we give the owner part of our fee, and then on the lease option, then we put the buyer in touch very quickly with our lender so that they're actually on the way to getting financed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically just finding people that are,
They're looking for a runway. Yeah.
performing credit or something. Or
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Yeah, it could be like today. Right now, I'm looking. We had a call today with a guy with 40,000 down, 45,000 down, I think it was, looking for seller finance. We didn't have one that was going to fit within his monthly budget. So now we're out looking for a house for him. And so then, yes, in that case, we're looking for the house. We've got the buyer, now we're looking for the house. But in his case, it's because he's he's self-employed. So a lot of his money's in cash, so he doesn't report all of it. So that's in his case, it's he's not reporting enough
Yeah.
because it's self-employed. Yeah.
And what areas do you do that?
Oh, we do it nationwide now. No, we're primarily based in Texas, so most of our houses are in Texas. But it doesn't matter if someone has a house in Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tampa. It doesn't matter to us. Plus, we've got students in different locations in the U.S. that help us as well, that are boots in the ground and work our system as well. But it doesn't matter where the house is.
Have you found much success in Northern California, like San Francisco Bay Area specifically?
No, so I don't know that we've done a house in the San Francisco area. I don't know that we've done one in San Francisco San Francisco area. Part of the challenge of that area is the valuation of the house, right?
Yeah,
Kind of similar to LA, where you've got $1 million home doesn't get you a lot. But to make the numbers work, I mean, they've still got to put down, in that case, say at least 40 grand, 50 grand possibly down, and so it makes it more difficult to find the buyer, right? So So when we get to houses that are over a certain price range, Jeffrey, say, it depends on the area, but say over 650,000 or so, we typically try to look at seller finance for the seller because there's a bigger pool of buyers looking for seller finance in that price range.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is the deal kind of the same? They're just trying to,
Yeah. Same
Um,
thing. Yeah. Same thing. The
Yeah.
buyer might be self-employed. They may have some issues on the credit. They might be self-employed. They may just want a little bit of time to get things in place for financing, not be super rushed.
so if I gave you 2 or 3 properties that I'm going to come into here in the real near future, they're already finishing the home stretch on the FHA
Yeah.
approval. Would you
Yeah.
be able to give me like a red light, green light,
Yeah.
yellow light?
What I can do is I'll tell you exactly what I'll do. I can send you, if you'll text me, when you get a chance, if you'll text me your email address, and then if you can, the addresses of the properties, then what I'll do is I'll send you the same emails I would send any seller saying, there's 2 emails I send you. One is who we are, what do we do, how does it work? The second one is just some preliminary, it's a price sheet with some preliminary lease option numbers. But from there, then if we could also look at seller finance, just so you'll know, kind of what those numbers might look like on those properties.
I'm super open to either. That's one less thing I need to take and put on my plate. I'm like drowning in deals. I got one that's going to close at 350 plus or minus 40 to 50,000 on closing cost issues with a probate. I did a special admin on this one, so it's a reverse mortgage, and it's worth 900 as is. And if I fix it, it's worth 1.4. So obviously on that one, like 50% of that's pretty painful.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pretty much do anything I can to salvage that one.
Absolutely.
As best I can. And I've got 100 of them like that. Like, not 100, but you know what I mean? Like I got easily 12 or 15 of them that are with that delta and these price ranges. So I'm trying to figure out if it's California viable, basically.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. And a lot of investors use this as one of their exit strategies. Says, hey, I just got this house. I just fix it up, run the numbers on it, and then they want us to help on the exit, whether that's lease option or seller finance. But yeah, really happy to help you with that, so you can at least kind of see what we do, what those numbers would potentially look like, and see what just so you'll know in your head, both lease option and seller finance. But like I said, over a certain price range, seller finance tends to work a little bit better in the sense of a bigger buyer pool. But I can send you numbers on both those. So I'll send you one with the lease option numbers, then email with the seller finance numbers.
Yeah, they both work. I'm gonna roll all of them into DSCRs. So
Sure.
the DSCRs are looking like about 7.5 for me because
Okay.
they're all no dog ninja style.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Yeah. Yep. I got the private money rolling into the ninjas on these, and then I just got to figure out what to do with them after that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, yeah, Jeffrey, just shoot when we hang up here, shoot me your just text me your email address, and then when you can the addresses, the properties you want me to take a look at. I'm more than happy to email you some the information on those, what that would look like on our end.
Sounds good.
All right, Jeffrey.
Appreciate it.
All right, now I'm gonna tell I'll reach out to our short sale buddy David and tell him that he's got a super happy student.
Yeah, he's been reaping the rewards. I've been fielding his referrals. It's been funny. I think once he starts getting the actual HUDs and these things closed, it's like these numbers are like I'm very impressed.
That's awesome. That is awesomeness. Well, yeah, man. Well, yeah, shoot me your email address and these addresses, and I'll get this information out to you via email.
I appreciate it.
Take care. All right.
Later.
Bye-bye.
All right. I missed some of that because I've been dealing with buyers and investors and sellers, etc. Is he buying foreclosures and pre-foreclosures?
Short sales, yeah. So he's doing short sales. He got David Randolph's I don't know if it's a course, mentorship, whatever. And which David's the guy I go to, obviously, maybe not obviously, but some of y'all may not know, but he's the guy I go to when we have a short sale because it's not my wheelhouse. And then David will give us a little referral fee. But I've known David a long time. He's a real good guy. I definitely trust him as well. So, but he's buying, excuse me, he's buying these short sales. Um, and but so and now he's got to come up with the exit.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me on Facebook Messenger. Don't know how he connected with me. I don't know about um uh doing 1031 short sales and 1031, and so let's get on a call so I can understand what you're trying to achieve here. So oh, there he is.
Well,
Oh, he may hang
I
on.
ask because Anthony and I have got that house in Wills Point that we're marketing that's
The
in
double
foreclosure.
the double wide.
No, this one's no,
Oh,
that's my deal
triple.
with Aaron.
Oh,
Yeah, that the double wide is Aaron, and that's up in Rome. I'm working with Anthony on a cute little already rehabbed house in Wills Point.
yeah, I remember looking at that one. Yeah, yeah.
So
He-
if he's interested, we could, talk to him about that one.
yeah, because I know they're like 13 grand behind on payments.
They are. Yeah, 13 and some change, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, let me see here. All right, he just got his email address. Um, I've got I've got Chris on the line here. We're gonna be okay. He sent me one account, so he sent me properties now. Uh,
And
so
for those
Chris,
of you who are new to the Wednesday coaching call at 4, we're now discussing foreclosures and short
I've got a
sales.
call. So I've got another call to make. Um, that I didn't have time before this coaching call. That's fine. Y'all get to hear it. Um, we got this guy that called John and I this morning with whatever it was, 40K down, 43, 45K down, looking for seller finance. We've got a house that he saw, but it was just too expensive because we couldn't get the monthly where it needed to be. So now we're trying to find him a house. Made a post and been communicating with people about their properties, send this buyer some properties. I looked up rentals, found a house. Couldn't tell if it was property management or not. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The guy replied, messaged me back, gave me his phone number. I called him, and I still don't know. I think it's one of their houses. Either I take it they're an investor. This is one of their houses. They're just going to rent it out. They don't want to sell anything. And then he accidentally, he was a real nice guy. So no, I don't understand. Blah blah blah. Well, then he called me back a little bit later and said was asking about the I think he meant the code. He was asking about a code or something. I assume for a house, and I said, "Oh, you may have called the wrong guy. We just talked about the house." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "I'm sorry." I go, "No, no, no problem." He said, "Well, I think things happen for a reason." He said, "My wife is an agent with a listing that that it's a new house, new build that they can sell or finance." So I'm going to call her right now. I think he said it's in Mineral Wells though, but which but nevertheless, I'm going to call her.
Well, I told you to scrape for Parker County, and now we're getting properties, and you haven't even worked it.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
John Jackson, Francesco asked me to call you.
Thanks. Please stay on the line. I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
Hi there, Yari. My name's John Jackson, and Francesco had asked me to reach out to you about I believe it's a new build, new construction home that you've got a listing on that might be able to do something creative like seller finance on that. He and I had spoken. I was looking for a house available for seller finance for someone for a buyer I have. My phone number is 817-980-0068, 817-980-0068. Thank you. Oh, where'd my Zoom go? Okay, so there's that. Let me get rid of this. Let me X out some screens here. There's that one. Okay. Okay, hold on just a second, guys. I've got to make this super important call here. 999. That he put too many. 423 999 5204. Just, I'm sorry, guys, just a second. Dude, you just baffle me. How but anyway, I got your email. I'm actually on a coaching call right now, but I just got the email, so I just wanted to call you real quickly and connect with you, make sure this is actually a legitimate number. Are you available this evening? Yeah, I should be. Okay. I'll be, it'll probably be after 7 o'clock Central, so 8 o'clock your time, which I know is when you're just waking up. So, but yeah, let's get on a quick call, kind of recap and regroup on where we are and everything. But because it's a top priority, I think for both of us, really. Yeah, I'll call you after 8 o'clock. If you don't hear from me for some stupid reason, dude, just blow up my phone. But save this number. Is this going to be is this a temporary number? Or is this going to be, I think you think your new number? Okay, I got you. Okay. It's what? Old number meaning yours or Jesse's? Mine. Okay. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. Let's connect tonight. I'll call you after 8 o'clock. Well, I'm sorry, after 7 o'clock Central. Okay. Okay. Bye. Sorry, guys. That was Sean. He had to get a new number, different number. Anyway, that has nothing to do with you all. Trying to fix my email list, and that's the guy that's working on it. Okay. So been busy today. It's like a Monday. So to recap here, yeah, so Joanette and I, as you can see, she's on the phone. We've been super busy. People coming out of their woodwork, which is great. Which little we talk about this a lot, but just I'll throw this out there. You all really want to be active on social media as you get properties, even if you don't have a property. Say you're marketing and let's say like Chris Tillman, who we're about to do some seller calls for him. Let's say he doesn't have any properties out there yet. Hey, don't stop. Start posting in Facebook groups for Las Vegas seller finance, whatever. I'm making up groups here, but say, hey, we've got houses coming up for seller finance. With 10% down. Who's looking for a house? I'm just making up. The point is start posting on social, and because that's how we got some of these leads here, literally from today. So you definitely want to post on social. We've had some students that way back in the past that said, "Oh, I'm not on Facebook. I'll never be on Facebook." I'm okay. Well, you just you're going to a gunfight with a knife, but you definitely want to post on social. Make it be known what you do, and post within Facebook groups as well.
I think I just sold one.
Yay!
Yay.
I should ring a bell. I have a
It's
bell.
one of
It's in
It's one of
storage.
Nick's properties.
Yay! Okay. Well, he'll be happy to know that.
Yep. Yes, he will.
Well, let's talk
Can
about
you
this.
sell one of
Where'd
mine?
that?
Hold on. You're selling properties?
Yeah. Oh, Philip, I am so sorry. I forgot to let you know. What we do typically is we attempt to sell properties for sellers.
All I know how is I just collect them. I don't know how to get them sold. Maybe I need to hire you.
Sure. Sure. Put my signs in front of them.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I got your number. I can fix that tonight.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Um, let me,
Okay. You're wanting me to explain where I got this particular one?
the buyer, yeah.
Okay. Oh, the buyer?
Yeah, I know where you got this. I know where you got the house.
Nobody else does. Hang on. I'm texting Nick. Okay. Uh okay. I got the house because and I know that those of y'all who have been here for any length of time have heard my brother saying how investors just call him with houses. And I don't know if you just take that as because he's just, he's just John Jackson and things just come to him. He's the golden child. Or if you realize where all this started and you start with doing the process and working the system. You do your scrapes and you call those and you do your expireds and you send out that SMS campaign and you send out the mailers when you're able to. But you're consistent with it and you build it up and you make the connections. You make the connections uh, with the people you're interacting with and on Facebook when you're marketing these properties. And so I got this property and several others from someone who has been in the business for a long time. And he buys properties and then sells them. And he reached out to me to market several of his properties. And so that's how I got this property. And I have it on Facebook, I have it on the website, but I'm getting the calls for this property and all the others because I have my signs in front of the property. And so people drive by and they see the signs and they see my name and they see my number and they call me. And I talk to them about the property and what they're looking for and what they can do. And they look at the house and now I have a buyer.
So I just put your cell phone number on the sign, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I put my phone number on the sign so that the buyers can call. They can't call if your phone number is not on the sign.
But it's your cell phone number, right? Or is it another
My-
number?
I just have my cell phone.
All right.
It's my cell phone number. Yep. Which is no big deal because my brother just hands it out everywhere anyway.
I'm gonna go put it in
Yes,
front of
there's a whole
14.
story there.
Oh, dear Lord, yes. We're not discussing that on a coaching call.
All right, I got 14 of them. I'll put them out in front of. Can you handle calls for 14 more?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Philip, you know what our signs look like, right?
I do.
Okay, okay.
The one in the yard, the white one.
Yeah, the white one with the purple and the black that says leasingtobuy.com.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I tried those, but everybody wants to know how much is the rent.
Well, then when somebody calls and asks me what the rent is, I tell them that it's for sale with lease option or seller finance if that's the situation also. And then, oh, I'm just renting. Oh, well, why aren't you wanting to buy? And I kind of have a little conversation with them about preparing to buy.
You know, John's been doing all these seller calls. When are we
Keeping-
gonna hear your Johnette buyer calls?
Payments below 3,000.
Well, and I would have let y'all hear my buyer call, except that my brother was talking. I wanted to unmute myself so that y'all could hear him, or hear me, but he was talking.
Imagine that.
Yep. I know. Imagine that my brother was talking.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to find this, 940, I apologize, I'm writing the phone number down before I forget, 940 3.
So that's it. That buyer called just from the sign in the yard.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that's, so, I mean, we talk about this ad nauseum. I like saying ad nauseum because it sounds like I speak Latin. But every time Ty turns on his camera, I think about ad nauseum. But he's just
You didn't even hear that.
he don't even hear me. uh, anyway, no, guys. I mean, just like I told that investor that does short sales, we get. I guarantee you, we get probably 70, uh, maybe more, 80% of our buyers from our signs in the yard. And they'll drive by and call about this house. But it's not going to be a fit because the price. Okay, what are you looking for? In this case, because he's got the money down, guess what? It's worth my while to go, let me go to Zillow, right? Let me make some calls because he's got the money down. If it's, if he said, well, I can probably do, 6 or 7, maybe, blah, 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 blah. Like, all right, well, good luck, but he's got 40K down. So yeah, I'm going to get on Zillow and Redfin and start making calls. And, making posts. I made 3 posts today, this afternoon, on my page, then Mark Monroe's group, and then Owner Finance Texas Homes group. Hey, hey, North Texas, need a house seller finance, 4-bedroom seller finance, under 450,000, 10% down. What do you have? Whatever, what you got? So now people are responding to that. Okay. And so I've already got one for him to look at, or maybe a little bit far north. I don't know. It's a little bit north of Fort Worth. But I talked to the owner, said, yeah, hit me up. And, so, send him a link to that property. But that's where I say, use social media, you get just today's a perfect example of just having a buyer that had 43K down, or I don't know how much exactly he has down, but for this house he called about, he's got the down payment of 43. Well, guess what? Now we're blasting on social. Hey, I need a house,
Yeah.
North Fort Worth,
And
under 450,000.
when I saw my brother's post, and of course I shared it to my pages, and and we have found buyers by sharing it on Facebook. We have one seller who has a portfolio of properties, and we had signs in the yard, and I posted in Facebook. I think I was sharing one of John's posts, and I shared it, and within minutes, one of my Facebook friends uh, was asking about it, and he bought them. He bought the portfolio.
Love it.
By the way, have you spoken to Julie, the seller, the investor? Is she out of
No,
the hospital?
she's on my list.
That'd be my short list.
Yeah, yep. Well, been kind of busy today with selling
That
other houses.
I would
People
call
with
her
money.
after this phone call. I'd call her.
Yep.
Um, Matter of fact, if you want to, while Chris and I tackle Vegas, I'd call her. Um, Put this over here. Okay.
While he's looking, Johnette, I have a question.
Okay.
So one of my students and I, we got a house under contract in Alvin. Sub 2, they're 15,000 behind, $300,000 loan balance with 15,000 in arrears. So you're
Mhm.
looking at 315. Still a new construction type neighborhood. So I don't think there's still new construction going on, but they're newer homes. It probably could comp for like 360.
Okay.
Their PITI with a little bit of some arrearages is 2,900 a month, right around there.
Okay.
Do you think that would be a good one to just market lease option under finance, try to find us a wrap buyer with or even a lease option buyer with 5% down or something.
How close are they to losing the house?
There's no foreclosure sale date yet, but it's kind of moving in that direction, which I would
Okay.
assume if they start that process, it would be an October foreclosure.
Have they missed any payments yet?
Yeah, they're 5 payments behind, that 15,000 to bring it current.
Okay, then in that case, I would probably reach out to the guy that my brother was talking to earlier. Because I don't do, um, and I told Anthony when we were started working on this, I don't do foreclosures, but I can certainly market the property and
Well, that's
help.
my idea. If we market the property now, we end up with the lease option or owner finance buyer with 15 to 30 to put down, then we'll just bring the loan current with that down payment. So,
My fear would be, my concern would be with the lease option, uh, is that original buyer is behind on their payments. And I
mhm.
would be concerned about their continuing to be
Oh,
behind.
I'll take control. So we'll buy the property sub two.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And then I'll put the lease option or tenant buyer in. But I don't want to
Okay.
buy it from them sub two before I line up a buyer first.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So you can see. Sorry, no, another agent's texting me. So if you got they're behind on payments, call it 15K. You're able to buy it, seller finance. You can market for a buyer for it, either for a lease option, and once you have them, then complete that acquisition transaction.
Exactly. Okay, so ideally, how long do you think it would take to find a buyer in that kind of market in that price range?
Well, and what was the price range?
360.
And it's in Alvin. Alvin's, how far of a drive is that from Houston? Is that 20, 30 minutes?
Correct. 30, maybe
Yeah.
40. It's down closer to Galveston.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, for seller fine, because it's in Alvin, I would try to push seller finance.
Hmm.
Okay, and that's my preference really.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because then we could get 10% down, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Um, and I know they're newer homes, but are they building in other neighborhoods in close proximity?
Probably not like what you see in San Antonio, but there's some new construction around, you know what I mean? It seems like everywhere in San Antonio, there's new construction, right? I don't think it's that saturated with new stuff, but
Yeah.
there's options for newer stuff. The subdivision it's in, it's
Hmm.
already built out.
Okay. Does that subdivision have any, is that a subdivision that people would prefer to go to that subdivision as opposed to any other newer subdivision where they are still building and be able to have all of those benefits? You know, picking out their flooring and the,
Mhm.
brick color and everything.
Yeah, I think there's probably better choices. If that's what you're saying, we're like more amenities. This one's a smaller little HOA, not like the huge.
Okay. Okay. Because
But
see,
that's always the question, right? It's like, well, why would they buy this house and we can go buy a brand new one down the street with better?
exactly, exactly. That's where I'm going with this.
Mhm.
Is because if something like that is going on in close proximity, like in the same school district, it's going to take longer for it to sell.
Even with our terms, right?
It possibly, yeah.
What was I'm sorry, what was the question, Philip?
Just the competing with builders, right? When we're
Well,
selling
but
on
you're not,
terms,
you're not, if you're doing seller finance, you're not competing with them at all. They're not competing with you.
right? Because they're not. It is what it is. Like our buyers aren't buying the new houses because they can't.
Right, exactly.
Right. Yep.
But it's like it still would. Okay, but let's just average time to sell a house like this with terms?
Well, I mean, it's Alvin, so I mean, you never know for sure, but I would say you, if you say the terms where they're attractive, right, should be able to have a buyer, say within 45, same as, normal is 45 to 60 days, I'd give yourself a 60-day, window.
Yeah, that's what I usually say, 60 to 90.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Well, and for instance, Pablo, are you with us? How
Okay.
much did I tell you to did I advise you to put into reserves? Was it 3 months, 6 months to have in reserves on that one in
You
Weatherford?
s- you said 3 months.
About 3 months in reserves, just in
Mhm.
case. Yeah, just to be prepared. So,
Okay.
Philip, is this your first house in Alvin?
Um, Not really. I mean, every year, but it's the only one right now.
Okay,
I can pull it up on Zillow. You want to see it?
sure.
Let's see.
How familiar are you with that housing market?
Um, Not crazy familiar. Let's see, they paid 360 in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you here on the satellite view. See how they're
They
on there.
paid, they paid 360 4 years ago, and you're going to be asking 360?
That's what I figured. Just
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm clear. When was it built?
21, I believe.
Oh, so they bought it brand new. Are they the only owners?
Yes, man.
Okay.
See, it was just this little subdivision here.
Mm-hmm. But I see a lot of land around,
Hmm.
and I know what they're doing in the DFW area. When anybody sees some open land, they're attacking it.
Correct, like this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like all this is probably new stuff coming in.
So this area around it, I'm just wondering, is that being built up or is that still being used as farmland right now?
This looks to be a pretty up-to-date image. 2026 is what this image is. So,
Okay.
I mean, that potentially could be still being built out right there.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's a little bit rural in this area, right? Seems like
But for your buyers who are looking for seller finance because that's what they need, as opposed to the people who are walking into the home builder offices and getting to pick everything out, I think asking 360 for a house that was sold for 360 4 years ago, I think with seller financing, I think you'll be able to do that. I think you'll be all right.
okay. I don't think we're
All
gonna
right, I'm tired of Alvin, Texas already. I'm tired of it. Let's get to Chris. He's chomping at the bit. He's trying to get houses in Vegas. Let's do this thing.
I was just stalling for you to get organized over there, buddy.
I've been organized. Um, all right, Chris, are you able to share your screen?
I can. Give me a sec. Let me know when that's up.
Hey, Spencer.
Spencer's
Hey,
waving
what's
to
up,
us.
John? Hey, just waving to somebody outside. Yeah,
Well, now we're all going, oh, hi, Spencer.
I'm on the front porch. So I was waving at somebody coming down the road that I know.
All right, it's coming up, Chris.
Okay, I texted the seller. Let me coordinate this on my end. All right, and these were FSBOs, right, Chris?
Oh no, these are expired.
Oh, these are expired. Okay. Did you do a scrape? Did you happen to do a scrape for FSBOs?
No, I haven't done a scrape for FISBOs in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Remember I was pivoting from from Southwest Texas, and that's what I did for as a test to see, to see. I mean, I'm still trying to trace buyers. I got a couple of leads from there, but I mean, people aren't calling me back. Um, so I'm texting, calling, but they haven't gotten back to me. So I need
Okay.
to follow up again. I did over the weekend, still nothing, but I need to follow up with those.
Okay. All right. So, I was hoping to do a scrape just so we'd have the link in front of us and be able to see the house. But that's okay. Let's, you've loaded, just so I make sure that we're on the same page. So you've loaded this, this is a expired list from Vegas, correct?
Correct. And I have
Okay.
not, I mean, basically I was just going to go ahead and get this ready to drop for the SMS campaign, which is a piece of
Okay.
cake for
Yeah,
me.
so get that. Yeah, so we want to get that ready to put into Automate REI, which by the way, guys, Johnette and I did while he's working on that, Johnette and I did a Zoom call with 2C on Saturday about the Automate REI because they've added some features, some really good features. Some of them are in beta still, but uh, I still need to get in there myself and play with it still because I just have not had time to play with it after that call. But they've got it to where you can set up tags, and tag houses is like um, um, positive, whatever. You can make up your own tags like never call again, right? Whatever the case may be. You can you can export that list. Um, and this is something I have not looked at yet, but I asked if we could on the call. I said, "Can we export a list of people that did reply?" But when we export it, have the link in the have the Zillow link in there. He said, "Yeah, we can do that. I need to double check to see if they've completed that yet or not." But they've also added it's not to completion yet, but they've added where you can actually call the seller now directly from the platform. And so they've got to finish, getting all that set up and figure out what it's going to cost per call and, those things. But they've added some features in there.
And they have added a place where you can do drips.
Yeah, I was in there earlier and saw where they added that where you can make phone calls now and a bunch of other stuff.
Yep. They're not quite ready on the phone calls, but you can do it. You can set it up for drips. And what that is when you send out your SMS campaign, you have all your replies. But then you have all those people who have not replied. And when you set up the drip campaign, these people who have not replied are going to get another round of texting. So they get another opportunity to reply to you.
Hey, Johnette, right quick, I was going to ask you something about those signs again. Does that discount sign place have our template? If like say leasing to buy, they have the template or what?
Well, you mean
Fast
discount banner and signs?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
email.
they'll have our template, and you're 1,000% fine to use them. They've got everything. It's just that they were more expensive than fast signs.
Okay, I see. Got you.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why we looked up for fast sign. If there was a fast signs, they're in Midland that
Yeah.
time.
No, in just a second. Something ain't right. That's why. All right, that's more like let's hold on. That. Just checking to make sure, this is right. All right, so John, can you see that? So this is a template message, right?
All right, so let me see this. Just 1 second here. Uh, so I'm gonna tweak your message a little bit, Chris. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm gonna type this in the chat box. Now this message hold on just a second. My computer's burning hot. Y'all can take this and tweak it however you want. It's not some magical message, because with marketing, you're always tweaking, adjusting, what you're doing here. Oh, and Joe said no coaching call this evening. I just put that in the chat box, or tied it. I'm sorry, tied it. So I put this in the chat box, Chris. You can take that, tweak it, whatever. You can use the one you got. I would tweak it a little bit, Chris. And so what I did is I said, "Hi there. I'm not sure if your house is still available, but if it is, would you be open to maybe at least purchase or possibly terms?" My name is Chris, by the way. So uh, and uh, and again, is there a perfect, absolute, crystal clear, perfect text? No, but you all can. I always tell people, look, the message I send, y'all can take it and tweak it. Same thing as when we had the trifold brochure. Hey, tweak this. Get creative with it. Um, I personally don't
And
there.
I have used a few times, I've put the addresses in there. I get better results when I don't. Because sometimes,
Interesting.
well, almost every time somebody will come back and say, which house?
Right. Yeah.
When you don't put the address in there.
And that, but and so it's again, guys, there's not a right or wrong way because like what Johnette just said, she's seeing she said that she sees a little bit higher response rate when she has the address in there, but when
When I
she does it,
don't, when I don't have the address.
oh, I'm sorry. So repeat that. Then I misunderstood.
Yeah, I have used the address a few times. I seem to have a better response when I do not. Uh, and when I do not use the address, I almost always get at least
Yep.
one person saying which house. And, of course, I'm going to jump on that one first. Because if they're asking which
Yeah.
house, they have
Which house?
multiple.
That means they've got more than one. Exactly.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So all right, so we got that in there. Now your screen, just so you know, Chris Arnold, I think you expanded your screen so it's a little bit big, so we're not seeing all of it. If you want to shrink it down just a little bit for now.
What aren't you seeing?
So not a big deal, right? It was oh
Are you talking
yeah,
about
and
the
that's
actual
fine.
the
Yeah, go
message?
ahead. You're fine with what you got. So go ahead and use
Okay.
the
Expired. Okay, let's do
yeah,
that.
select the right one. Yeah.
Or that one. And we got to change the time now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's just go to And now we wait.
Okay. And that was, okay. That was that the Vegas _08?
That's what I say again. Yeah, yeah. It's this
Okay,
one
yeah,
here.
processing. Got it. Okay, I see it now. Processing. Okay. Were there? That can be right. How many were on that list, Chris?
250.
That's what I. Golly, you're. Ha, ha. That was expired.
Yeah, but keep in mind though, I went back 2 weeks, not just one. Normally
Okay.
I pull every week, but since this is the first pull, I went from the first through the 15th, and that way I
Yeah.
have a cutoff date, so I know I go from the 16th until the following week.
Gotcha. Dang, man.
And
You're
there
gonna
were
get some
there
responses.
actually I actually scrubbed that though. I took out all of the because several even though I put single family homes in as the filter, like homes, I got several condos in there.
Mhm.
A couple studios, one bedroom. So I filtered those out actually. I was going to, I'm not sure if I did. I was thinking I might just filter out the 2 bedrooms as well. But I just decided, no, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and get as many as I can. I think the last count, we can look at the count. Yeah, 255.
Okay. Wow.
If you guys have a chance to look over that document I sent you.
Oh yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah, I thought I replied. I just lost my Zoom. Yeah, I thought I replied to you via email. I thought, yeah, I've actually got that open on my computer, Word document or Adobe. I've got it open. But yeah, there was. Let me see if while we're waiting for this here, let me see if I've got that on sign PSA. Okay, here it is.
And keep in mind, I did have Joe review that before I sent it out.
Yeah, there was I did see a little tweak uh where you contradicted yourself in it. Easy fix, Chris. But let me find, I've got it open here. I'll share a screen with you here. Allow presenters to share, allow. While we're waiting on that, let me open up this. So first of all, let's talk about, so everybody knows what they're looking at. Let's talk about what we're looking at here, Chris, and what you do with this.
Yeah, well, what it was I was just another marketing angle. Um, especially obviously I discussed it with Joe on previous call, and he said that because I have a property in Cape Coral, that just not getting a lot of traction on either. And then one of the things that he was saying is that we got to get a sign in the yard. But um, he said, well, you should try some local mortgage brokers. Um, and see if they can, and try to get them on board with someone in their client list that potentially, may have not been able to qualify immediately for financing, but essentially pitching that, hey, we can get them in a house now, and then they have that 12-month period um, to get qualified for financing. In the meantime, they're in the house, they're making the payments. And that will go a long way towards, um, towards them actually getting the qualification. And then they would still be able to get their origination fee and keep that individual as a client. Now, obviously, this is the world. People don't necessarily they can go with anybody they want, but it would be a means of trying to of them retaining someone who did not qualify. Now, what came out of this, I mean, the one out of, I went online, I pulled down like the top mortgage brokers in, in the Fort Myers slash Cape Coral area, and even out in some of the other counties. And the one mortgage broker who responded positively um, indicated that she was from Las Vegas and that she still had clients in Vegas. And that was another reason for me to go ahead and move forward with that, with the original FISBO that I pulled in Vegas to see, just to test to see if there was,
Yeah.
potentially any market down there. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So I want to go through this, Chris. It's crazy today. I'm getting blown up with stuff, all good stuff. But there was a tweet. You were contradicting yourself in this document, Chris, that I saw. It's super easy fix. Don't fret about it. But you'll want to fix it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, this right here, Chris. On the first page underneath economics. Can you see this okay?
Yeah, I have it open on mine too, on
Okay,
my
just a
screen.
little tweak here. And you know this, but I mean, I know that you have this knowledge, this information, but it didn't come across properly in this document. Um, again, but because we're sending this to loan officers or brokers, mortgage brokers, you do want to correct this. Under economics, for a $400,000 house, the client puts down a 3 to 5% non-refundable option fee, 12 to 20,000. Okay, great, up front. This fee is split between us and the seller to secure the contract and cover the transactional costs. Now that sentence right there. If you want to, if you're open, if you're fine splitting that fee with the seller, that's up to you. I normally don't split the fee unless it's an investor bringing me a lot of properties. But again, that's up to you. That's not, if it were me, I would say this is how we are paid, and we pay the owner part of our fee, and it's non-refundable. But
Okay.
that's up to you. That's totally up to you. Okay. But you want to be, but since you're sending this to lenders and brokers, you just want to be clear on that. But this is really what's more important is the next sentence. The portion going to the seller counts directly as the buyer's down payment equity at closing. We completely avoid monthly rent credits, so you don't have to worry about predatory lending flags or underwriting compliance issues. Okay. So what I would do there is, you're saying that again, this is for clarity for them, because keep in mind they can give you potential buyers. You can get the buyer program, but then they're going to want the loan, right? They want us to get them ready, then send them back to them, right? If they're doing a lease option. So
Yeah.
this where it says the portion going to the seller counts directly. You want to reword that so it says that the non-refundable the option fee is applied towards funds to close. Then I would put in parentheses, almost always it's applied towards the down payment. The buyer almost always applies it towards the down payment. In close parentheses there. Uh, um, 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 and there you go. So you're just saying that the option fee they pay is applied towards funds to close as stated in our documents, and then put in parentheses, the buyer typically uses this towards their FHA required down payment, close parentheses. And if you want, I can put that in the
Okay.
chat box so you can copy it just so you
Yeah,
got
can you
it.
so I can copy it
And
because I'm rewording that other portion.
so I'm gonna put this in the chat. And this again, this is for that. I just covered my screen. This is for that sense where it says the portion. Okay.
Yeah, the
I'm actually gonna.
portion.
So I'm gonna rewrite where he says this fee is split. I'm gonna rewrite that and take this and do with it what you will. Okay. Now, so I just wrote this and you'll see in a second, Chris. I said the option fee is how we are paid and we give a part of our fee to the seller, which again is non-refundable. Now, the loan officer, the mortgage broker really doesn't care so much about that because that has nothing to do with their buyer, right? That portion of it. Hello there. Jen? Well, shoot. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm on a Zoom. Do we need to leave? Oh, I didn't know if you had something to do. Okay, but don't forget the idea. Agent Gooped? Okay, I'll reach out to him. Okay. Bye. Okay. Okay, sorry. I didn't know if I had to jump in the car. Which I could do the Zoom from the car. But anyway, all right. So again, so the loan officer slash mortgage broker doesn't care so much if we're giving part of our fee to the seller. It doesn't affect them because they're just looking at the buyer side. But still, I'm going to put that, put that in there. Option is not refundable. The option fee is
I know while you're doing that, I'm gonna run to the potty.
do it. Okay. So I just typed that in, oops, Aaron Bennett. So I just typed that in there.
What's that?
Did that go to everybody?
So the
Yeah. So I just typed that in the chat box. And so it says the option fee is how we are paid, and we give part of our fee to the seller, which again is non-refundable. The option fee is applied towards funds at close, and our buyers simply use this to reflect as their FHA required down payment. Our sellers also give a seller concession to assist with the buyer's closing costs. So that hits to the highlights right there without getting too deep in the weeds, Yeah.
already incorporated.
Okay. And that was really it, to be honest with you, Chris,
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna so let me get rid of the my in the chat box and let me stop my share. And then Chris, if you want to go back to sharing your screen, let's see what kind of replies we've gotten so far.
Oh, this is the wrong one. I hate this one. See. All right, and then let's do that. Let's close that, and then let's go view. Say it. So which house? Please contact agent. No, sorry. Are you an agent or buyer? Who are you with? Not listed, interested in the lease purchase. I was thinking lease option. Are you an investor or broker?
All right, so let's
After
start. I'm gonna
sale.
minimize this, and let's excuse me. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna minimize this and do that. And then, okay, so let's start with the first one. And so you know what I'm looking at, Chris, on your screen. I can see on the left side it says sent. It says which house. Do we have an address? We don't have an address because it's expired, right?
Well,
Or can you
yeah, but keep in
cross-reference
mind
that?
we didn't put it. Yeah, I have to cross reference that. So give me a sec.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what you're talking about. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Oh, no spaces. That's why. It's different than the FISBO list. There we go.
That's Saria 10634.
Hang on. Let me blow that up. Yeah. Soraya Sky. 10634 Soraya Sky.
Got it. Okay.
Well, 4-year-old
And
house.
this is the one that said which house. Okay.
Correct.
So it's actually for rent right now for $29.50 a month.
Okay.
So let me go back here. That's on Redfin. You pull up on Zillow. Okay, there's the front of it on Zillow. There's the pictures. 2-story home. Blah 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 blah. Some sort of concept. Blah 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 blah. It's been on Zillow for 8 days. Resort style pools. Blah blah blah. It's with so listing by the agents for lease for $29.50. So the agent, his name is Tyler Graham. So not entirely sure if the data. Yeah, okay, so this makes sense. This is very possibly the agent, the property manager that's listing it for lease because he said which house, right? And so again, we're going to call him, okay? But just keep that in mind. You know, this is why it's so nice to be able to pull up the property and do a quick look at it so that when you make the phone call, you all know a little bit, have an idea of what's potentially going on, right? Who are we talking to? What's the deal with the house? What does it look like? All that. So his number. So let me pull up my phone here just a second.
That's when it helps if you have the address in the text, right?
Well, yeah, so it does because then we can just go and pull it up. But so it's it's not right or wrong. It's probably the same time. It's not right or wrong to use the address. If you don't use it, like John was saying, you're going to get a lot more people that say which house. Which, if they say which house, it means they've got more than one property, probably an investor. In this case, it's probably uh, um. So let me.
But see, what I do is I have my original list that has the addresses in it. And so then I can cross-reference the phone number with the phone number in my list, my
Yeah,
original
but
CSV.
exactly what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Oh, that's because that's highlight. What are you talking about? There must be a space.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Jeanette, I like that idea too. Have the
Yeah.
cross-reference list. Makes sense. That way you're not blind also.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is actually in here a couple of times for this particular one. Okay, so same person. All right.
All right, so let's call this guy. What was um
That's Soraya Sky Avenue.
yeah, give me 2 seconds here
Okay.
to coordinate the showing of the house up in Justin tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Using under the people version, I talk a bit local. I'm keeping the green bean and mango dal and chow. With the help of my auntie Peter, who really is putting me in my place. What is your favorite TV show? Jamie Oliver. Anything. I've been watching a lot about it. You just be ways because it's so simple and
What are you talking about?
you were snapping receipts on batch. My friend's parties.
Ugh.
Further is no longer waiting for us to find it. It's coming to our world. So I'll see you the dream. Wow, why you figure there's something
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Chris, let's pull up that number four, the one that said which house.
Okay. Simple. It's right there.
All right.
So the phone number
And
is 562.
just so you know, Chris, um, um, I can't see. I think the phone is the phone number on the right because I can't see it. But just shout it out to me. I'll dial it.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, the 5-6.
Right here.
Okay, let me double. Okay, keep that there. Let me see if that listing. Yeah, so his listing. I was just looking at. I'm looking at Zillow to see if the listing happened to have that same number, and they don't. Man, I tell you what, if
Yeah,
I
because
was
it
an
looks
agent,
like
if I was an agent, I want my phone number, right there up front. So okay, so five. Oh shoot, I can't. Five. There it is. 562. Right.
562-412-8151.
So what they get it once a month, they cover it out, they cover it.
Call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi there. My name is John Jackson. I was calling about the house there on Soraya Sky. And it looks like it's for rent, but I wanted to speak to someone about that. My phone number is 817-980-0068. Thank you. All right, so I left a message there.
Yeah.
So see, this shows so if you look at Soraya, it shows the listing agent as Matt something and a 702 number, but the guy on the Zillow listing
Yeah.
is Tyler Graham. So it was probably listed with Matt. Listing expired, and now Matt, I mean, whoever it was, Tyler is marketing it for lease. All right, so I left a message for them. So let's go back to Automate REI, Chris. I gotta plug in my phone, so bear with me as I find my charger. Somebody brought it. My phone's on fumes.
So here's a tip. When you go to a supermarket or greengrocers, I show them one step. Doing a good job there. But if this is quite hard,
Okay, so let's go back to there. So scroll up just a little bit, Chris. Oh, that is okay. So please contact agent. Okay.
they're a lot more fragrant.
Now this is the next one I tagged right here.
This is a traditional method of extracting.
Okay, yeah. Let's yeah, that's a great one.
Isn't it? I
I think I already got this one.
Oh,
Right. Nothing to us. I'm just going to use some olive oil. These are the olive oil, the cumin seeds for the tempura.
Okay, so can you see that? You want me to put that in the chat?
let's see here. 68, 67, 68, 67 Evening Orchard.
Now, what you'll notice is I'm not using garlic, I'm not using onion, I'm not using any of those extra ingredients. Dal just means.
Okay, I'm pulling up on Zillow here. Let's take a peek. All right, Zillow shows off market. So let's so I got the house pulled up here. It's 300. It was estimates 388, which I don't ever look at I don't care about that. Just give me a feel for ballpark here. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 15. Okay, nice house. All right, so let's call this one. And actually, I'm going to go back here and see what they had it listed at. If Zillow will show me, probably around the probably around the 420 range. I bet you. So let's call them 801.
792 0278.
Hi. If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
John Jackson calling about the house in North Las Vegas.
Thanks, John Jackson. Please stay on the line.
She likes Andrew because Andrew likes everything that she wants. And don't
Well, it hung up on me. Let me try it again. That's a 80. That was an 801 number. That's a Utah number.
Hi. If you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
John Jackson was calling about the house on Evening Orchard.
Thanks, John Jackson. Please stay on the line.
Oh, that's interesting.
Okay, Chris, it keeps hanging up on me. I don't know if y'all can hit it. Answer. It says, leave your name and reason for calling. I leave it, then it hangs up. So I'm going to send him a text.
This is also really important to me. Don't think of it as he might need you. Well, it's been really beautiful. Exactly. You know, something sweet, all Very few which we do. But that's the area of India that we Bengal and we like our food to have that tiny bit of sweetness. A real grandmother's tale. Teaspoon of sugar and a touch of sweetness.
Okay, so I sent him a text, Chris, to that 801 number,
Okay.
and we'll see what he says. It was delivered, so there you go. Unless you've got another, let's go back to your unless you've got one picked out already to target. Let's go back to automate REI unless you've got one picked out already.
I just got one. This one here says, "Are you an agent or a broker?"
Okay.
That's 10029 Pipestone Street.
That's a good one. Yeah, I think that's what you know. Okay. I'm sort of chopped coriander finishes on, but now we need to turn this dish into a very channel.
Okay, so guys, so I just got a text back from 801. He said, "I'm not listing it again."
Yes, the ducks can have that, the chickens can have that, I can have that. This is from an amazing bakery around the corner. You went and got it. Okay, into the bread. We go with the dough. It's also good. Can you see how that mango has melted? So you're not mango, you get dough.
So he said, "I'm not listing it again." I said, "Oh, I'm not an agent. I like to say I'm better looking than an agent and smarter than an attorney." That's what I always say. We'll see what he says. Okay, so let me pull this one back up. 10029 Pipestone.
Pipestone Street.
Yeah, it looks so. It's around the 490 range. Blah 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 blah. Paid off silver. Does that sheet show what it was last listed at? I mean, I can probably pull up on Redfin. It was listed at 489. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me switch back here. What's what's the okay, let's see. 408 right there, 408.
That's that's California.
Wow. Okay,
That's San Jose area number.
This wild bakery in Southeastern California. Yeah, very nice. What a piece of evening as well.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hi, my name is John Jackson. I was calling about the house on Pipestone. I'm not an agent. We had texted a little bit earlier to see about to see if he might be would be considered a lease purchase or maybe terms on that. My phone number is 817-980-0068. 817-980-0068. Just wanted a real quick conversation with you about it. See if there might be an opportunity there to for us to work together and help you with that house. Thank you. All right, so there's that one. Are you an investor or broker? All right.
That was the one we just called.
Oh, I thought we did the one that said, oh, that one. Okay, yes, that's the one we just called. Okay.
Yeah. Stop, wrong number. Don't think so. Not for sale.
Are y'all not putting notes in here so that you know which one you've done?
No, my notes are right here. Done it.
Oh, I was talking about in the automated REI.
Oh yeah, no, I go back and do that after I because typically what I'll do is I'll flag everything and then go down the list because once I get everything flagged, then I don't have to sit like I can filter on color, right? And then it's just the things that I flag down with the notes.
Okay.
It saves me time. Right? So if I do that, then this is going to show everything that I've already flagged and called.
Okay.
It's a massive responsibility. There are so many aspects to the course that you have to have. Honestly, have on
Oh,
physio, the dentist. Couldn't believe it, would you? My family James.
And just in case you're wondering, Chris,
just put it
this
back on.
guy texts me back. So I'm texting him back, and I'll tell you what he says. The guy said I'm better looking than an agent. He said, "Nice. Then who are you?" I said, "My name is John, and my company is Leasing to Buy. We tend to be the exit strategy for many sellers as well as investors when."
Download Pocket FM now. You have to 405 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. It's ready to dominate the competition. And we could talk about what it's done. It's the most powerful Armada ever. Nissan Armada Consumer Reports touted as largest in big. Now, 15.9% APR financing for 72 months or take 35% customer cash from Armada.
Oh, look at this one. Yeah, bank owns stupid. Please.
Yeah, for that.
Okay, be right back. I can actually use the bathroom.
Okay, and I'm texting this seller for you. Okay, Chris.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, Jonette. Ron's going to go. So I've connected Ron and a seller.
Okay.
Ron's going to look at the house at 10 a.m. in Justin. So I did a pretty small flat fee for that one. We'll see if it comes together. And I told the seller, so I think investor, I guess, seller investor, I don't know, that we've got the RMLO in place, the attorney in place, everything, unless he's got somebody he prefers to use. He said, okay, that's great. So anyway.
Okay, great. Okay.
So Chris, the one on crap, the 801 number, which was Soraya Sky, I think. No, that one. I believe it was Evening Orchid. Yeah, Evening Orchid. He and I are texting right now, and I said, I can read the text. I said, he said, who are you? Then who are you? I said, my name is John, and my company's Leasing to Buy. We tend to be the exit strategy for many sellers as well as investors when they're having challenges selling their houses. We structure a couple of different options that get you full price. Take a quick peek at our site, and you can get a quick feel for who we are and what we do. It's super straightforward, really. Leasingtobuy.com. I said, 23 years in the business, not here to sell anyone anything, just provide help to those that we can. And that was the 801 Evening Orchid. So let's now I'm going to take a quick pause, Chris, since we've got a few other people on the line. I want to take a quick pause on these calls and pick it up in just a second. We got Aaron on the line. Aaron, I saw you sent the contract. I've not had an opportunity to review it. I can do it right now, actually, but and then I want to get back to these calls with Chris. But
Why don't you pull it up and
yeah.
show?
So Aaron, walk us through this property real quickly. This is a wholesale deal, which I only don't wholesale. In this case, Aaron got a property it's not under contract yet. That's what we're about to do. He's got a property that the agent agreed to a price on it. And so now Aaron's going to put the contract together. I've got a contract I use for wholesaling that I've used for years for wholesaling, but I think the agent wanted a track contract. Okay, not a problem. And so I'll look at that contract right now. While I'm pulling this contract up, Randy, Spencer, Philip, anything you got working? Any questions you have? Fire away.
Hey John, actually, I'm in the process of redoing it because I had messed up some stuff, so you might not want to look at it just yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, there it was. Comps. Yeah. Here. Fair enough.
I mean, but if you want to just use it as,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay. So I'm going to show you what I see, Aaron, and I'm going to share my screen because this is I've not seen this before. Did you? Let me show you how it came out, okay, Aaron?
Okay.
And I've not seen this before, but I want you to see what's going on here. So here's the contract you put together. Do you see how when you typed in the information, it is overlaid by the field? Now, when I try to make it bigger, look at that's interesting. When I try to make it bigger, field goes away, boom. I've never seen that before. Does it look that way on your end, Aaron, when you filled it out? Uh-oh, Aaron?
Oh, sorry. I thought I unmuted.
Yeah. Does it look that way on your end?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. That is
Doesn't look like
odd.
that on mine either.
Does it look fine on yours, Johnette?
Yeah, looks fine.
That's weird. I don't know. Okay, that's great. I've never seen that before. Okay.
You must be on a Mac.
Yeah, I'm on a Mac. I was helping my friend the other day on her, and she had her PC laptop, and or actually they're here in the office. The lady, Brooke that was here, she was having to do some computer anyway, and I'm trying to help her because she didn't know how to do some things on the computer. I'm looking at this PC. I'm trying to do what would take me seconds on my Mac, and I'm looking at this PC trying to fumble around like a monkey with a Rubik's cube. I'm it's night and day different. But anyway, so that looks good. That looks good. And I'm just doing a quick look here, Aaron, at what you have done. Okay. 100. I'd put the option fee at may or may not matter. I put the option fee at least $50. I mean $100 earnest, $100 option fee. I mean $100 earnest money, at least $50 option fee. There's that. Termination 15 days, buyer's expense for title policy. Okay. Okay. There's that survey. Okay. Okay, there's that. Okay, buyer can buy a survey at their expense. Okay, objections. Okay. Is not okay. Buyer has not received some. On item number 7B on the disclosure notice.
Yeah.
You can leave that blank. It says that the buyer's not received the disclosure that within 1 day after the effective date of this contract. If you want a disclosure, you can put whatever, like within 10 days or something. Was this, and remind me, we've got so many things going on. Was this the double wide or is this the other one?
This is the double wide.
Okay. I wouldn't even, honestly, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even ask for a disclosure. But that's you. So you can literally just leave that blank. Buyer accepts property as is. Okay, blah, blah. It's our disclosure. Okay. I mean, water. blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Closing September 18th. Okay, looks good. Possession. Number 10. You're gonna check upon closing and funding right
Number
there.
10.
Yeah, unless they need a lease back, which because they live there.
They do live there, and they do need 3 days
Okay,
after.
then you're gonna mark under 10A. You're gonna put uncheck that. You're gonna check according to a temporary lease agreement right there, which you can use a Trek temporary lease agreement. Okay.
A. We're gonna use recorded.
I want to go back here under let me go back here to the top, Aaron. Under under the seller, you've got BC Flippers LLC.
Yeah.
You want to put and or assigns.
Okay. I thought I had that under the provisions, special provisions.
Well, you got it there, but you want to put it under
Put it up there too? Okay.
as the buyer and or assigns. Or if you want to put Philip Warwick's name and let him come up with the money.
Yeah. Philip, our assignment fee is $75,000.
$10.
Anytime someone brings a crappy house, I put Philip's name on the contracts.
10A, 10A. Second.
Are you paying the you're paying the agent 3%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron, the agent is how you came across this property, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that's it. That's all good. Yeah. If you want to fill out number 21 with your information, you really don't need the address. The main thing is like phone number and email.
Okay.
But everything else looks good.
So let me make sure I got everything. The up at the top, put BC flippers and or signs.
And or assigns.
And then 10A, we check the second box.
Yeah.
And then change the 25 to 50.
Yeah, for the option
Yep.
consideration. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then 21, I can put my phone and my email.
Mm-hmm.
What was 7B? Why do I have that marked down? What was 7B?
And I'm gonna put so this this seller's text me back.
Oh, Aaron, 7B is the property condition regarding the disclosure.
7B. And what did we do for that? 7B? I forgot. Let's see. 7B. What did we do? Can he? Oh, he's busy.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm trying
Can you?
I'm working with Chris's seller on this line.
Can you just scroll to the 7B?
Yeah.
So I can see what I need to do.
I
think you passed.
7B property condition. Property condition. I would just leave it blank. You're taking it because right after that, you're saying you're taking it as is, whereas you don't need a disclosure.
Okay, leave blank.
Aaron, in this case, I would go ahead and mark 3 because it says seller is not required to furnish the seller disclosure.
You said what? I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Mark 3, seller is not required to furnish the seller disclosure.
Okay. So be leave it as check number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And I know you sent me a text earlier about the septic and the water, but it's been a crazy day and I have not had a chance to look at that. Did you say that it's a municipal water?
Yes, and I believe everything is public. She did just text me actually. Let me
Okay.
see.
I'm a little surprised there's not a septic out there.
What is it? No way, other septic. Municipal water. Municipal sewer. Yeah.
What are we still jacking with this thing? We
No.
got calls to make. All right. Let me go back.
Yeah, I'm done with this. You can,
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this where's Chris? Okay, so let me go back to here. Chris, you still with us? Um
Yeah,
he's
I'm
got
still here. Give me
okay.
a second. I'm tagging another one.
Do your thing. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quickly, and then I'm gonna update y'all on this seller, okay?
Okay.
That I've been working on for you, okay,
Yep.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
Donette, it said it's a public water system for Wise County, and there's no mud or MUD.
Okay. Okay. I I have not looked up the address on a map, so I
Okay.
was thinking it was further out since it's on a private road.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need to switch. Let me get this switched right now.
And are you going to get this sent out to the agent tonight?
I'm sure trying.
I know. You've been trying to get it out to her.
For a few days.
I know. I know. All right. And then
Let's see.
once we've got a signed contract, we're gonna let you know we need better pictures than what we have. I cannot market that thing with a picture of a woman's backside in the entire picture. That's not what we're selling.
No, not at all.
No.
What am I doing here? Okay.
My challenge to kitchen. Raised in Lancashire, in a little town called Portsmouth. And my parents daughters kind of expected to go into some kind of profession, like you for the face of the earth. And I did. I went and became a barrister for 20 years. Jack, entrepreneurial. As well as a barrister, I used to teach in cooking. I would like to put trials to some law. I was trying to write down
Okay, so Aaron, you're okay now. Chris,
Yeah.
we're waiting on my brother to, look up and come back to us. Randy, what have you got going on?
Hello.
Hey, Randy.
I just I did some more Fizbo scrapes. Going to be making some calls on those.
Okay.
And I did another expired scrape the other day, but I only got like 4 positive responses. I pretty much gone through those. I just need to do some follow-ups on, some others that, I've talked to, and most of my price sheets we followed up on, but I have a couple I need to follow up on.
Okay.
I did have a quick question. One question I wrote down here.
Randy, on today's coaching call, I don't think there is a quick question.
Yeah, this one will be quick. Now, what do you guys say, like, for my initial call? I send out my scrapes and then they text back and say, I have a realtor, or talk to my realtor. What do you say when you first make that call back to them.
So that's up to you, how you want to handle that. There's not a certain right way or wrong way. I know that's not the answer you're looking for. If so one way you could handle, again, it depends on you. You could text them back through the platform and say, I'll call your agent. Pull it up on Zillow or whatever, see if you got their phone number, because it's crazy how some of these listings, especially the rentals, don't have their phone number. It just says, you fill out, want more information, fill this out. That's the worst marketing ever. I would want my name and number everywhere, right?
Yeah.
But having said that, you could pull it up on Zillow. Okay, there's a number, and you could text them back. Okay, I found your agent's number. I'll call them and see if I can. But since all they know is MLS, hope for the best, they might understand what I'm saying. So I'll keep you posted, and then just send that text. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the chat box for you, Randy.
Okay, perfect.
Another thing you could do is just call the seller and say, hey, text about your house. I'm gonna call your agent. I just want you to know that agents know MLS, hope for the best. And outside of that, their head blows up. So I'll call your agent and explain what we do. It's super simple, but they don't understand because it doesn't fit in the little box they were taught.
Mhm.
And see how that conversation flows. You could do that as well. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm looking for, he's doing better.
That's all I have going on right now.
Okay, I'm gonna put.
Hi,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of that when you put it in the chat.
And you can copy and paste this to a Word doc if you under. Oh my gosh, I understand.
Spencer, what do you have going on?
So the cheap brands were putting a load of this coriander powder. Yeah, they're putting a lot of coriander powder in the garam salad. It looks paler, and that's how you know it's
Still there?
Spencer? I think he's waving me off.
No. I'm trying to get used to this Zoom.
Time for the coaching call. I've got something else going on here. Shh.
So
Don't
here-
I'm
call
not
me.
used to this keyboard thing. I'm used to the mouse. Okay. Well, I did have a question about the automated REI. I was I'll scrape, and then like a week later, I'll scrape again for say like the for sale by owners. Should I, if it's like a week later, should I back it up like a week? Because if I go back anymore and do it all over again, then I'm gonna do the same sellers again. They might start getting irritated that I'm messaging them repeatedly. Or should I just do it like every 7 days or so, and then would that be better?
Yep, just do it once a week.
Yeah, because like I said, I've been doing it and it's been like overlapping, and then they just say, you just messaged me last time, take me off your do not call list, and that's kind of, what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
with FISBO, there's really no reason to do it more often.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm getting better results really with the expired and the canceled and all that, really. And also, I'm going to have to scrape a little bit better, like clean up the list, because I got a condo. John saw the condo that I just put on leasing to buy advertising in Hilton Head, South Carolina. And and I was listening to him earlier saying the sign works really good. You could give me in the chat, I don't know where you order the signs at, but I don't mind driving to Hilton Head and putting out the sign, and the directional signs. I think that would sort of help, because I know they're harder to sell.
With a condo,
yeah,
good luck being able to keep that sign up.
That's what worries me.
That's one of the problems.
Yeah, that property didn't. I mean, unless I didn't dig super deep into that property, it didn't look like a condo to me. It looked like a house with a quarter acre.
It says condo, but maybe it is a house.
It looked like a house to me. It definitely wasn't connected.
Maybe I
I can't
shouldn't say
imagine
condo. I'll just say single family. They won't know the difference, I
it
guess.
wasn't connected. The house I'm
Yeah.
remembering was not a condo.
I I think I saw it on Zillow. I don't know. No, oh, I think it was on the tax assessors. I looked at the tax assessors. I think it said condo.
That's no condo.
Good,
It
good.
almost looked like like a hunting cabin.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and I'll just call it single family home. That'll help me. Well, okay. Well, okay, then if it is because I did ask her if I could put a sign out, and she said yeah. So wh where would I go to get the signs? Because
We've been
I'm
using,
looking at your course manual. I don't see any place that says I can get it.
no, it's not in the course manual. We've been using fast signs. I don't know
Okay.
if they're nationwide or
Uh,
I don't know if there's any in your area, but we've been using fast signs.
okay. All right.
And you can just send them a picture of our sign, which is in our Facebook group, and you
Okay.
say, "Hey, I need these made double-sided." So it's 24 by 18 double-sided.
Down. All right, we'll find something to write it.
I think we need a whole coaching call on signs.
I know, yeah. Uh, uh, you said it's on your Facebook.
On the Facebook group.
It's in our group.
Okay, I'll look it up.
I tell you what, hang on a second. Okay,
Well,
Spencer, you're in the group, right? I mean,
I am.
our Facebook group.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, I'm in the group right
Okay.
here. I need to move everybody's heads. And you see the magnifying glass?
Yes.
I'm going to click that and I'm going to type, well, except something happened. Actually, I've already done searches for it before. So you would type in signs, but
Okay.
here it is.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, Johnette, part of that leasing to buy sign up top there, part of it's purple though, right? But here it's you just
Hmm.
see, unless it's just that purple line.
This line right here is purple.
That's the only part that's purple.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have my glasses. I can't see it too well. Yeah. Okay, so the directional sign and the well, that's what I need.
Yeah. And these are heavy
This is
duty.
all. Hmm.
John and I refer to these as H stakes, but
Mhm.
they're also known as goalpost stakes.
Okay. Now this. Oh, okay. That'll work for owner financing too because it don't say. Cool. Well, that's what I'll get.
Okay. And then this heavy duty frame, there
Mhm.
is someplace else in the group where I have posted the link for the frame. So you can click on the magnifying glass and probably type in frame or
Okay.
Amazon.
Right.
Those chilies were really priceless.
Okay. Has everybody
All right.
seen these, gotten pictures?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go there on the Facebook group and look at it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I want
Thank you for that.
I put in that I want to catch up on Chris's this text messaging going back and forth. Um, somebody maybe it's Spencer. I don't remember. Someone asked when they say it's call my agent. I don't remember who asked it anymore.
That was
I put
me.
that check.
That was
who's
Randy.
that?
That
Oh,
was
it was
me,
Randy.
Randy. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there you are. I didn't. I thought. Okay, there you are. Okay. I said. Okay. So you can pull it up online and see if there's an agent's phone number, and then you can. So you can reply. Now this reply would go in the automated REI. So you'd hit conversation and put this reply in. I do see your agent's number online, so I will call them. Often agents only understand MLS and hope for the best, and anything outside of that makes their heads explode. But I'll keep you posted. I put a little link on there. You know, take that, tweak it how you want. There you go. All right. So Chris, now I'm coming back to you. This is for the one on
That's the
this evening orchid. Evening orchid. Yeah. So I'm gonna pull this house back up, guys, just so y'all can see it. So he's saying, so to catch up in the conversation, as I was trying to reach you about this house, you've able this afternoon to discuss. I'm not listening again. I'm not an agent. I like to say I'm better looking than an agent and smarter than an attorney. He said, nice, exclamation point. Then who are you? My name is John. My company is blah, 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 blah. Here's our website. 23 years of the business. Not here to sell anything. Just provide help to those that can. I've tried something like that, but the payment is too high to rent and make money. I said, it might be. Depends on the underlying for sure. The price point is perfect for lease option unless you're at 7.5% or so. If in fact the numbers don't work for lease option, then seller financing is another option. For the lease option, I'd likely set the monthly at about $32.95. And he said, wow, good luck leasing this out for that much. It's a property tax that kills in this area. And I said, we try to set the lease payments based on a few things. One of them is to be close to the PITI the buyer will have at financing. He said, I really don't see how I benefit from the. Okay, this is important, guys. He said, I really don't see how I benefit from this program. Well, the house is sitting there. I don't know if it's vacant or not. The house is just sitting there. And I said, well, so then I said, you get full price, no commissions, cash flow. I said, in 99% of the cases, I said, and our buyers cash you out within 12 months. Most sellers think that plan B is to rent it out. Actually, lease option structured the way we do is a far better plan B. He said, and I carry the contract.
Now, when we see the moving kitchen, it's not with salt and it's with salt and a bit of brown sugar.
So that's with the homeowner director, or that's an agent?
This is the homeowner.
All by text?
Yeah.
Yeah, try calling him, but
Indians in the kitchen together. And now it's something generally we put in a tandoor oven. And no Indian has a tandoor oven. So it's something you'd get if you go out to a restaurant or a hotel. British banana bread. So this is a really easy, you know, something's ready in minutes. It's going to be that naan hit. If my mother's still praising flowers in a bowl. Into that bowl, I'm going to put, and that is going to be the liquid that's going to bring this flour together. Now, just plain yogurt and flour. But if you can find them, Nigella seeds will add an extra dimension to this simple bread. Here's the thing.
So I said, he said, and I carry the contract, which doesn't quite make sense. So I said, asking if the deed stays in your name. Yes, we take care of all the marketing, screening the buyer, just like FHA will be. And of course, all the documents. More than happy to just send you 2 emails, which would include preliminary numbers. And I'm going to add something here. I'm going to mute this. By the way, while we are marketing the property to our channels as the lease option, all of our sellers are absolutely free to continue to market the property however they would like, period. If you were to get a contract on the property before we find a buyer, you just let us know and we stop everything and you don't pay us anything.
My mom and my auntie we always have chapati dough with it, chapatis wrapped in cling wrap.
Okay, so let me unmute this now. So I just said, I said more than happy to send you just send you 2 emails which include preliminary numbers. He gave me a thumbs up. Then I said, by the way, while we are marketing the property through our channels as a lease option, all of our sellers are absolutely free to continue to market the property however they would like. If you were to get a contract on the property before we find a buyer, just let us know when. Just let us know. I meant to say then. But I was doing voice to text anyway. But let us know when we stop everything and you don't pay us anything. What's your email? Okay. So he just sent me his email, Chris.
Okay.
Then they're ready for the hot. Okay, that is simply going to dry pan for roughly 2 or 3 minutes on each side. You can feel it's beginning to fill with air, so you're getting that pizza kind of feel. Flip over, it's getting a nice bit of color. It's doing to his face. It's nice. Onto the face, and this is really important. I'm going to get a little bit of heat. Brush it with heat.
Okay, so I got his email, Chris. So here's let me in that. It is I'm burning up in here. What I'd like you to do, Chris. Well, let me think here. So give me a moment here to think. So there's two ways to handle this, Chris. At this point, is you can draft email 1 and email 2. Okay. Where'd you go, Chris? I do want you to set that. I want you to send the price sheet to me before you send it to the seller. Then at that point, when you reach out with the seller on email 1, just say, hi, I don't know his name.
Stephen. Don't know that's the agent. It is that money. Hang on.
Okay. So it's such a huge
The owner.
takes me to my family. It's one of the precious moments where she's
Wow. So I've got 2, Tracy Bird and Chris Lloyd. Is what it says here. You may have to look it up. May have to check the assessor.
Time together in India. My mushroom chicken curry.
Okay, so I said, oh dang, what's her first name? I hate to send an email without your name in it. Is it Chris? So we'll see what he says. Anyway, so Chris, what we'll do is you'll draft email 1. That's easy. You don't need me to oversee that. Email 2 is the price sheet. I want you to send me the price sheet before you send it, okay? And then when you send email 1, you're going to start off with, assuming it's Chris. Hi, Chris. This is Chris. I know you and my associate John were texting about your property on Emerald Orchid or whatever it was. I oversee everything in the Vegas area. So I want to get these emails out to you. Does that make sense?
Yep, absolutely. Not a problem.
Okay. Yeah. I just want to be a smooth handoff. You know what I mean?
Yep, I got you. Let me see. Where is that? Okay, yeah. So just need that email address.
Yeah, it is. It is auto auto DS as in Delta Sierra. So auto DS63 at hotmail.com. Auto Delta Sierra 63 at hotmail.com.
Oh, so we got an Alpha Uniform Tango Oscar Delta Sierra 63.
Yep.
At Hotmail.
Correct.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So no other. I
And
still have
just
a couple others tagged.
okay.
Go ahead.
It's 6:30 and I'm burning up, and they've my ride's got to leave. She was texting me, so I've got to bounce. But I want you to put those numbers together first, Chris, and send those to me. So only so I can review them and say, hey, these look good, or hey, I'd tweak this a little bit or tweak that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. I'll have it for you tomorrow.
Oh, I told him we'd send this evening. We don't play here, Chris.
Dinner is like on the table. All right. Well, let me go ahead and work on those. I'll send them to you tonight.
Yeah, you
I
can
think
say,
he
you can do it
said
after.
I think he said something about dinner was ready. Chris,
Yeah.
in real estate now.
John,
You don't,
before,
yeah, you
oh,
get
Well,
dinner
I don't get to
when you're
eat.
finished with work.
John, before you bounce, you got time for one more question?
Yeah, far away.
I've got a option expiring this month. And I had asked John had this before, and for one, on a house, I don't care if they actually exercise their option now or a year or two from now. Should I just renew their lease or renew their option and their lease? Or, and then if I renew their option, should I charge them for renewing it, raise the price, keep the price the same? What's fiduciary with the
Yeah, so
converting?
there's a couple.
Mm-hmm. And if it's too long of a question, we
No,
can.
it's super. It's dude, this is it really takes less than 30 seconds. Just a second. It doesn't send me a code, it just sends me a link to say that I trust your device. All right, so repeat that, Philip, so everybody can hear that again.
So I've got a lease option is expiring at the end of this month.
Okay,
Should
so
I
here's
renew their lease and
Yeah,
raise
so-
their rent, renew the option, raise the price?
Yeah, so you can handle it any way you want. What I would do is reach out to them if you haven't already. Say, hey, your option's expiring at the end of this month. Are y'all considering buying the property? In other words, find out where they stand for finance. Okay.
Okay.
And if they say, yeah, but we're gonna need more time, okay, do y'all want, and this is up to you as far as do you want another 6 months or another 12 months? We want another 12 months. Okay. Now you can see if they've got a little more money to put down to extend that contract. It'd be option consideration, right?
Okay.
You can raise the payment a little bit like you would on a regular lease, raise $100 or whatever. Okay. That's up to you. We have a super simple contract extension because you don't have to draft all new paperwork. It's just a super simple one-page document that, let me find it on my computer here.
Okay.
I should probably spend about 3 days cleaning up my desktop.
What if I raise the rent, renew the lease, and just ignore the option?
Yeah, well, so you can okay, so here it is. Lease extension. Let me try to email this to you, Phil. So you're saying, so do you want to extend just the lease and not the option?
Well, what if I did do that? So then their option's basically expired? Do I need to give them notice that their option expired to stop the 3-year clock?
So I was trying to find this document for you. So no, so you can go up to 3 years. So they've only been for coming up on 12 months, right?
Right.
Yeah, so you can go another year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can keep renewing up to 3 years, but then I guess I'm trying to figure out too, that's on that one. On some, I've not renewed their option. I've renewed their lease, but just left their option alone, right? So technically their option is expired, but they've got a new lease.
Right. But then what you could do is give them, depending on how you could extend the option as well, or if you just wanted to give them a lease with a first right of refusal, you could do that.
Okay. And if they're there with an expired option to purchase, does the 3 years keep counting? Or since the option expired,
Since the option expired, that dies unless you do another extension unless you extend that option for another year, then another year.
right. What if I skip a year and then extend it a year down the road and give them another year? Is that 3 years?
I'm sorry, guys. This guy's trying to log into our system, and I'm having to get him
Oh, you're doing that. Yeah. Okay.
a password here.
So, Philip, I'm waiting to hear the answer too, because my concern would be the fact that tenant buyer is going to lose their option money.
Right. And I don't think I want them to lose their option money. What if it goes 5 years right? Like, if I'm okay with, like, I'll sell you the house whenever you can get your stuff in order. You'll just keep renting.
Yeah, so what I would do, so here's what I do is, what you don't want to do is you don't want to have, you don't want to, because the 3 year applies even if you do a year, a year and a year, and that option is renewed, right? Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
You go over to that 36-month period, now it's contract for deed, okay? So what you can do is you can extend the lease and the option for another year, then another year, or you can do that. And then after that, you'd have to first right of first refusal. Or if you want to do that right of first refusal now, hey, your option expires, expires at the end of August. We'll renew the lease, and I'm going to give you right of first refusal to credit you with what you put down. However, every year the price, and you can do this or not do it. Every year the price goes up, whatever, 2%, 1%, whatever, right?
Right.
Because what you don't want to do is this thing drags out for 3 more years, and they still have the option at today's price.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And even if I extend it for a year, I don't know if I'd want to give them the same price, but
And you can raise that price. So our extension uh is super easy. And let me see.
I guess I'm wondering too, because I know, like, if you're going to evict them, you got to give them that notice that they're going to lose their option. So would I need to give a formal notice that they're losing their option if it's expiring?
So the law doesn't require that,
Okay.
but you can. I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt anything. Yep. Okay, let me send this document, and I'll be out there. Bye. All right, they're waiting on me. I just
real quick, you want me to email this to you, to your address, or should I send it to
John at Leasing to Buy. Yeah.
Okay, not a problem.
So let me show you all, and then I've got to run, and we can send this to you, Philip. But let me just show you what we've got, okay?
Okay.
And you can add to this. It's a super stupidly simple Word doc. Well, where's my Word doc? Where's my Word doc? Oh, it's PDF. Sorry. PDF. Okay. This extension is released with separate option of purchase agreement. The agreement between Philip Warwick, whatever your LLC is. I need to remove that anyway. And Bob the buyer for the property located at 123 Main Street. The agreement will be extended to whatever the date is. There will be no additional concession given for this period. All other conditions, obligations contained, blah, 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 still remain. The option price will be blank. This is where you can raise the price, right?
Okay.
The rent payments will be blank. This is where you can raise that monthly payment. Okay. Now, again, I thought it was a Word document, but you get the point. This is stupidly simple. You can take this and tweak it to where you say, if you're going to give extra concession, put that in there. If you're going to require extra option consideration, add this in there. Okay.
Okay. Ready?
It's the crowning of the many iconic structures built still from in and around Paris.
Okay. And then if I approach that 3 years, then don't extend it past that 3 years.
No, then I would just give it right of first refusal.
Okay.
Philip, I think I would talk to them about, if it gets that close to that point, I would talk to them about converting to seller finance.
That's a good point too.
Spends most days alone, underground.
And depending on your situation, if you needed more money if you wanted them to have more meat on, if you wanted them to have more skin in the game, then ask for, X amount down payment at the closing of the seller finance agreement, or maybe even carry a second for the rest of the down.
Yeah, I think there's some that I'm okay with it going longer in that scenario, being more lenient or even converting them to owner finance.
Mm-hmm.
There's some that I want to get cash out of right away, right? Like even the one that we're talking about now that's expiring.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
I'll give them a 6-month extension.
This is basically how it's been done since the
Okay.
Each property is a little different. But thank you guys. I just want to make sure I'm within compliance too of these
Yeah,
safety restrictions.
Chris, and I'm sorry to talk over you, Philip. Chris, the sellers who I've been texting is, I assume the wife, it's Tracy, Tracey.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Okay, and she's giving me a thumbs up. I said, okay, great. I said the emails will come from from Chris Tillman, who really oversees our Vegas operation. Okay,
Sounds good.
and I'll be watching for those numbers. Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm working on them right now. It's bank rate. The mortgage calculator is giving me some issues, but
And I don't even look at that. I just, I mean, I could spit it off in 15 seconds what the numbers would be, but I want to see your numbers. I want to see your numbers.
Yeah, well, I'm just working. That's why I'm doing this. Just working on a payment. Now you said 32. You said 32 something.
About 32.95. Yeah,
For the lease pay, 32.95.
I said that payment about 32.95.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
I gotta go, guys. My people are waiting in the car in the heat.
Go, get
Oh,
going.
okay.
I'm good. I'll
right.
have this off to you guys in a little bit.
All right, take care, guys. All right.
All right, John.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.